Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video today. So today I would like to get back into my wrestling bag a little bit, and I want to discuss the John Cena tap out from Gunther, okay? I want to talk about everything that's been going on around it, the reaction, the reception, all that good shit, right? So again, let me just start off by saying that personally, right? So again, I just started watching wrestling last year, right? And this year, we're going into this year, when John Cena had said that he was doing like a retirement tour, I was like, nigga, I thought you been done. I didn't even know that John Cena still actively wrestled. I thought he was more so playing like The Rock, you know, The Undertaker, where he kind of like pops up here and there and then leaves. Because all I really know, clearly, obviously, because I wasn't watching wrestling, is I know that John Cena acts. You know, I know he's in The Peacemaker and he was in Fast and the Furious. Like, I know he acts. That's it. So when it was announced that he was going on a retirement tour, I'm like, oh, I thought you was already retired. So I want to say all of this because I'm going to set the stage of saying, you know, I know a lot of the criticism is, well, you know, you guys are just so attached to John Cena, and because he's been around since y'all were kids, y'all just don't know how to let go, and that's why the majority of y'all are so upset. And I feel like, yes, there are definitely a large group of people, because we're going to go through, in my opinion, there's like different reasons why people are mad. We're going to go through all of them. But yes, there are a really large group of people that are simply just mad that he lost, and they're just mad at the fact that, you know, their guy is no longer there. That's a fact. I'm going to say for me in particular, yes, so I think John Cena became like John Cena, the version we see now, maybe like towards the end of elementary school, going into middle school. I think it's kind of like when John Cena became a thing. But I want to be very clear. I've never cared for John Cena, not even as a kid. And it's mostly because even at 11, 12, 13 years old, as a black kid, I could recognize like the gig and like what it was. Like, you're a white boy that's trying to play this wigger, wannabe rapper. Like, that's your whole shtick. Your whole shtick is pulling from my people. So it's just like, that never really sat that well with me. But I will be honest, around that time frame, right, it was this whole big like thing of like white boys really, really starting to get into like hip hop and rap and like, it to me, I looked at it like, as they always say, you know, y'all want our rhythm but not our blues. That's just kind of what it gave to me. And it was always weird to me that out of all of the people that could take that like character, it would be a white boy from Boston. From Boston, of all places in the United States. Y'all took a white man from Boston and made him a wigger. Like, child bye. So even as a kid, I didn't care for it. But I understood like the marketing. I understood a lot. Trust me, I went to school. Although I went to mostly black school all the way up until I got high school. Trust me, in the black schools that I went to, all of the white boys that did go, they dressed like John Cena. They talked like John Cena. Like, that was their guy. So it's like, I saw it, I just didn't care. So taking that off the table, all of that to say is that I'm not one of those people that I did not like the ending because I'm just so attached to John Cena. No. That's why I said all of that. Because I don't have no real attachment to John Cena. I never cared for him as a wrestler. I've always preferred him more when he was just himself. As John Cena, the actor, I've always preferred him that way. I actually like John Cena in like a lot of movies that I've seen him in. I actually loved him in Fast and the Furious when they brought him on as Dom's brother. Loved that down. But that's kind of really it for me when it comes to John Cena. So I didn't have like some super big attachment that my heart was just crying this whole retirement tour. I can honestly give two shits. Before Cena came, after Cena came, I don't give two shits, to be quite honest. It don't matter to me either way. So, again, this past Saturday was John Cena's, like I said, last match. He went against Gunther, and he ended up tapping out, right? So, let's start with the main issue right there, right? The Gunther of it all. So, I want to say that for me, I don't really know, but I would guess, okay, I am a casual fan, right? With a little bit of like extra knowledge, a little bit above there. And the only reason I say I'm a casual fan is because like I only watch Raw on Netflix. That's it. I do not watch NXT. And when it comes to SmackDown, I'm more so just like catch the clips like on YouTube or whatever of whatever I feel like, what seems important. But the only show I actively watch for the WWE is Raw. That's it. I don't watch nothing else. So to me, because of that, I guess I would consider myself a casual. But I am a little bit in the know because of the people that I watch on YouTube, right? So I'll watch Russell Talk. Although I cursed him the fuck out, I do still watch JD from NY 206, although I cursed him the fuck out, and I still stand on what I said. Busted Open Podcast, New Wrestling World Order, Dietrich Davis. Obviously In the Clutch. And then a few people, what is his name? Attitude Mike, I think that's his name, Attitude Mike. And then a few people on TikTok, right? So I really know a lot of my... Oh, and Jim Cornette. Because the crazy part is Jim Cornette was like my number one channel for YouTube of 2025. That's hilarious. But yeah, those are the people that I listen to because outside of wrestling, like I like to watch people review the stuff that I watch. I get a kick out of it. So again, I may not know a whole lot from my own like watching experience, but I know a little bit of the behind the scenes because of people that I watch on YouTube. But I'm saying all that to say is that I would though consider myself probably more of a casual fan. We're gonna get into you freaking losers in a little bit who keep doing the casual versus non-casual. We're gonna get into you losers in a second. But so as a casual fan, this is my opinion. As I just told y'all, I would consider myself more of a casual fan. I thought that the ending of that match was fucking terrible. I think the entire tournament was bullshit. And I think that John Cena's entire retirement tour farewell thing was a bunch of baloney. It was a bunch of bullshit. A lot of it fell flat. A lot of it went nowhere. It felt like y'all just started storylines and then stopped them. And then just, well, the hell with that. Let's just go with this. Like, that's what happened to me throughout this whole thing, right? Let's go, like I said, to the tournament, because we're just going to focus, like, we know that they fucked up his heel turn. We know that, because y'all did his heel turn and did absolutely nothing with it, and then had him pop up randomly. Mind you, it was a Raw, again, because I'm casual, it was a Raw episode that I missed, or a SmackDown episode that I missed, and I come back after missing 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden, John Cena's a good guy. When the hell did that happen? Right? So, with this tournament, and I already did my video with the Carmelo Hayes situation, I'm annoyed as a casual because I feel like from everything that I saw, right? John Cena kept saying that the whole point of his retirement tour, and especially the last little Saturday night main event thing, was about him trying to push like the company forward. And that was the point of the tournament, to get new and upcoming people, that was going to pretty much be the future of the company. So to me, when there was rumors going around that Gunther was the one who was supposed to make it to the end, I'm like, that literally makes zero sense. And I want to be very clear on my stance, because I know a lot of the the pushback to that is, because Gunther is old. I don't even care about that. I think they said Gunther's like 38, which white people's version of 38, y'all look crazy. Like, Braun Breaker is 28. He don't look nothing but, that man look, whatever. Anyway, it's not about his age. It's not about Gunther's age. My personal issue, again, as a casual, is that to me, Gunther is already an established, as y'all will call it, heel. Because throughout the last year and some change, I've learned some words and terminology as well, right? So he is, to me, already a heel, right? I didn't understand what more of a, like, if we're talking about new and upcoming people and all this other stuff, I did not understand the point of Gunther being the person set out to win, because I'm like, what does that do for Gunther? He's already a heel. He's already a bad guy. He's already established. He's already had very, 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 very big matches with almost everybody. So what would be the point of making Gunther win? Like, how does that help anything? How is that creating for the future when he's the now? I'm not even saying that don't do it because Gunther's old. I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about he's already currently a heel. He's already currently the biggest heel next to like the Vision. So I'm like, how does that do anything for him? However, a lot of the other people that y'all had on there. Now, Javon Evans, I had only heard of him because of the people that I watch on YouTube, but I've never saw him. I just always heard he was really good. I'm not mad that he didn't win because, he's still on NXT and he's still a little newer. I'm not mad at that. I went on a whole rant about why I felt like Carmelo Hayes should win, and I went on a separate rant about how I felt like LA Knight should freaking win. If it's not Carmelo Hayes, it should be LA Knight. Now, let me explain to you as a casual, why I feel like that made sense. Again, I don't know nothing about, I didn't know shit about LA Knight because I don't watch SmackDown until he got on Raw this year. And from my perspective as a casual, it feels like when it comes to LA Knight, he's like right there, right there on the rim. And every time it's like, oh my gosh, yes, this is his moment to like push him over the top. It feels like they snatch it from him, or I don't know. It feels like somebody in creative don't like LA Knight. So I felt like either Carmelo Hayes should have got to the last thing because, oh well, let me get to Carmelo Hayes in a second. I felt like LA Knight should have been one of the people, if not Carmelo Hayes, to make it, because I felt like if we're talking about, again, I don't know how long LA Knight has been here. I don't know. I'm new. He could have been here for a long ass time. I have no idea. But to me, LA Knight is right there on the cusp. And I feel like if you would have gave him that chance to go against John Cena, I feel like it would have took him even over the top. If we're talking about, if we're going to take somebody that's like already established and current and y'all didn't really want to give it to somebody that's new, I felt like LA Knight made the most sense because I feel like he would have benefited the most from that. He would have benefited the most. He was already, to me, he's already right there. He just needs a little bit of an extra push over the top and he will really be like that guy. I feel like Gunther didn't need that. He is who he is. And I just feel like, okay, he won now, and what the fuck are we gonna do with that? If it's true, this rumor that I'm hearing about, oh, he's just never gonna lose, I swear to gosh, I'll just stop watching altogether. Because when I was growing up, heels lost all the time. It didn't make them not a heel because they lost. They were a bad guy because of how they carried. They were a bad guy because of how they talked. They were a bad guy because of who they aligned themselves with. Not because they never ever lost. Almost all of the damn heels that I watched growing up lost at some point in time. So if the idea is that now Gunther just does not lose, y'all can count me the fuck out. Especially as a casual, you count me out. Because I don't want to come up here and my thing is, as a casual person, wrestling is, I already have to suspend so much disbelief because wrestling is so predictable. That's one of the things coming back as casual that I've like kind of realized from when I was a child to now. It's very predictable. Very predictable. You know who's going to win. You know who's going to lose. And if the goal is like, let's just keep Gunther winning, I'm not going to be watching this shit. Or I'm going to turn every time he come on TV. Because who wants to watch something knowing what the outcome is going to be? What the fuck is the point of watching? It's stupid to me, right? So that's why I felt like LA Knight should have been put over, if not anybody. And then if not, like I said, I already talked about Carmelo Hayes and why I felt like that. So that's that, right? With the tournament. So I know there was already people that had an attitude with the tournament. But fine. You want Gunther to be at the end. I don't even care about that. Again, let me get into my personal feelings before I talk about the breakdown of how everybody else feels. I don't care that John Cena lost. I don't give a shit that he lost. I think that's fine. I don't even care that he lost to Gunther. That doesn't bother me. I don't even care that he tapped out. That part don't bother me. What bothered me was how he went about tapping out. Now, I know everybody, oh, it's so poetic because he smiled and then he tapped out. But my whole thing is, and I'm not even, I get the people that are saying the whole never give up thing. I'm going to latch onto that just a little bit with my perspective. With John Cena's logo or thingy being never give up, I get what y'all are trying to say of like, oh, it's poetic because he finally gave up and he gave up when he wanted to. But I feel like the way that you could have really kept that and still, the way you could have upheld like a moniker that you've said for 20 years, but then also kind of put it to rest at the same time is either A, now, I'm not necessarily with people who feel like he should have like passed out, but I'm not mad at that. I just feel like the tap out should have been, bitch, I am on my last. It's killing me to tap out. Not that I'm happy, I'm just, it was such a passive tap out too. Like, that's what pisses me off. It ain't even the smiling, it's the passive. Like, what kind of shit is that? 20 years and you boil it down to, like, that's bullshit. I feel like, cool, he was on your ass for the last 10 minutes, last 5 to 10 minutes, he was choking you out. It should have been, you giving, and I'm so tired because people want to argue with me, oh, he did give it his all. Didn't you just watch the whole match? I'm talking about the way he tapped out. Listen to what I'm saying, because I've already argued with people on TikTok about this. I'm talking specifically about the way he tapped out. Not what led to the tap out, not the 5 minutes thing. I'm talking about the actual tap out itself. To me, was bullshit. It was pure anticlimactic as a casual viewer. What we should have got, if like people said, if he wasn't going to pass out, is we should have got fucking John Cena literally about to like break the hell down because he doesn't want to tap out. I'm talking about some, I'm not a good actor, but I'm just saying, if he would have been like, like, give us something. The passive ass anticlimactic as where was the give? Where was the fight? Again, I'm not saying that he didn't fight the whole thing, but I'm talking about for him to give up in that way, to me, was bullshit. You should have fought. And maybe it's just the way that John actually executed the tap out, because I think on paper, if you write on paper what actually happened, it's not really that bad that he tapped out to Gunther, to me. But it's the way that it was executed. Your execution of, he's choking me out, and I go from struggling, because this will piss me off. You went from, to, no. It should have stayed, and trying and damn near crying in tears, and damn being like, you know how like right before he tapped out, how they pulled up his hand and it dropped, and he pulled up, he was like, with the three. It should have ended similar to that. It should have been on some, oh, you choking me out, oh, I hate you, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. It should have been like that. It should have been like that, in my humble opinion. It would have felt more, people would have still been pissed, but to me, it would have felt more climactic in that way. That very passive ass tapping out, not here for it, never will be, don't give a shit what y'all gotta say. Now, let's talk about some of the reaction, right? So, I have my notes here because I wanted to hit a few points, right? I wanted to hit a few freaking points, right? So this is what I think. I think that overall, if you poll the majority of people did not like this ending. I don't care how many of y'all different people on YouTube and all the other people that's in the IWC try to switch it and try to argue with you. The majority of people did not like it. Now, I want to be clear. There's a lot of different reasons, because it feels like everybody's just trying to boil it down to just simply, oh, y'all mad because he lost. No. Because I've been doing my due diligence, reading the comments, listening to other people's podcasts and all this. This is what I'm understanding the reasons that people are mad. You got a couple of different subsets of people. Some of it overlaps, some of it doesn't. So, number one, you got one group of people who feel like he shouldn't have lost at all. You do have those people who feel like it's John Cena, it's his last match. He just lost to Dom. Why the fuck would you make him lose again? This is his last thing. He should have won, right? So you have those groups, those set of people. I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm fine that he lost. Then you have people who feel like that they were okay with him losing, but not by tap out. Some people felt like either it should have been a pinfall, or it should have been like him passing out. So you got those group of people. And then you got, like I said, the people like me who I didn't even mind any of that. I just didn't necessarily like the way he actually tapped out. And I feel like all of those are like kind of overlapping. And if you take all of those people who have all of those different reasons, you got a shitload of people that got an attitude. A shitload of people. I will say again, the average person that watched this shit was not happy when it was over. And in my opinion, I think that now that some time has calmed down, I think that people are really more so pissed about how it happened. Not necessarily that he lost, but the how of it, right? When the match was over, everybody came out, whatever. The first people to come out is Hunter and Stephanie. And Hunter got booed out of the fucking building. Booed down out of the building, right? And John Cena was in the ring, and you could see him mouthing like, it was my decision. And it's just like, okay. because I also see a lot of people saying like, oh well, it was actually Triple H's decision and not John Cena. And somebody else in my comments said that too when I was talking about the Carmelo Hayes tournament. And I said this in the comment, and this is kind of like an example to what I mean when I say that. This is the thing. Going back to the casual versus the non-casual fan, right? As a somewhat casual fan, WWE, them, not us, they decided to put out Unreal. They decided to pull a peek back into the curtain a little bit more. They decided to start telling fans how all of this shit actually works. Although a lot of us could kind of figure it out, as you get older. But they're the ones who did that, not us, right? So my thing is, Triple H cannot have it both ways. You cannot in one way. And I'm going to speak to John Cena in a way too. Like, both of y'all cannot have it both ways. Because it can't be 1 minute that Triple H wants to take credit for everything that's great and everything that's something, and every time that something goes well, you want to take the credit for it and be like, oh, that was me, that was big me, that was my idea, I'm the booker, I did this, I did that, I'm the one who got the highest selling gate, da 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 da. And John Cena can't also, because I watched Unreal, cannot, and not just Unreal, but in other settings, say, I don't make decisions. I just show up and I do whatever the hell it is that they tell me to do. I just show up. I don't argue with nobody. I just come through and I do my work. You guys can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that as a casual viewer for months and for a year and some change that has been both of y'all stances. And now when I'm pissed off as a casual viewer trying to say, well, why are y'all so mad at Triple H when at the end of the day John Cena was the one who said that he wanted it? Bitch, that's not what y'all, let me be very clear. That's not what y'all presented to me as a casual fan. That's not how that was presented. It's presented as if Triple H is the one that makes and breaks the decisions when it comes around here, and John Cena is the person, as he said his own damn self, that just kind of goes along with everything. So I'm saying all I have to say is, let's go into the casual viewer versus the non-casual viewer. And this is where I think a lot of issues is coming in. Let me start off by saying this. A lot of the people in the IWC, the internet, web, whatever the hell y'all want to call it, the web, the wrestling community, the internet wrestling community, a lot of y'all really reminds me of like the anime people who really be trying to like gatekeep the fuck out of shit and get super, super mad anytime somebody who is not as like research or as deep into anime as they are, y'all completely try to write them off and say, fuck you, you don't know what you're talking about. Or if they don't fit a certain aesthetic of what they think an anime person should be. To me, Megan Thee Stallion is a great example of that. When Megan Thee Stallion, ever since Megan Thee Stallion came out, she has always been about anime. But for whatever fucking reason, like the last few years, as she started to kind of like incorporate that more into her music and stuff, you got the whole anime community. Oh no, she's not really anime. Y'all sound like fucking geeks and y'all sound like losers. And that's what a lot of you niggas in the IWC, y'all sound like geeks and losers when y'all do stuff like that. I want to be very clear, especially as somebody that's in corporate. The casual WWE fan is what makes the WWE money. It's not y'all. I want to be very clear. The IWC keeps WWE afloat, but they're not the reason that they're making millions and billions of fucking dollars. It's not y'all. It's the casual person that does not care nor have the time to be as deeply invested as y'all are. You think that John Cena, that this John Cena tour sold the way that it sold? Completely based off of the people in the IWC? No. They got the majority of that money from the casual fan, which is why they paraded John Cena's ass around this whole world, which is why they constantly have celebrities, or they're highlighting celebrities in the in the audience, or why they would do a Cena versus Brock Lesnar, which makes no sense if you're actually paying to the damn storyline. But as people that may not pay attention to the storyline, you hear Brock Lesnar, oh, okay, I know him, and John Cena as we all know him. So I just want to say all I have to say is that when I be seeing in the comments of, oh, you're a mark, you're just a casual, I don't want to hear what you got to say, y'all need to be thanking casual fans, because if it wasn't any casual fans, y'all wouldn't even have nothing to fucking watch. Be very clear. The casual fan is what carries monetarily for the WWE. It's not you niggas that's locked in. Because if that was the case, if it was the case that the IWC is the one that actually upholds and keeps the WWE over the top, if that was the case, guess what? They would literally cater to what y'all want. They don't cater to what y'all want because at the end of the day, yes, y'all matter. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that the IWC does not matter, but y'all don't matter as much as the casual fucking fan do. Y'all don't. I'm talking about in cents and dollars. Y'all don't. Y'all do. The WWE does not care as much about the IWC opinion as much as they do the casual person that's popping in. That's who they care about because that's where the fucking money is. That's where the money is, hun. It's good to have a base. But this whole idea of like, if you're a casual fan, you can't speak on nothing. According to who? Just because I don't know who the hell fought in 2001 during the Survivor Series or what's that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to have an opinion. And actually, as a casual person, I would think that my opinion actually would mean a lot because I'm looking at it from the outside in, not somebody that's deep into it and knows all the lore and oh, this person books this person and that's not how that works. And no, John Cena actually made the last decision because it was actually his last match and y'all should be mad at him and why. Like, bro, as a casual fan, we don't know none of this shit. We take it for what y'all put in front of our face. And what y'all put in front of our face for the last year is that Triple H is the one that makes the calls. He makes all of the calls. He tells people what to do, how to do it. And that John Cena as a wrestler just kind of goes on with what everybody says. So as a casual fan, yes, and not only as a casual fan, but as somebody that just has, regular logic and shit. Yes, when Triple H comes out, the first thing that we're going to do is to boo you. And when y'all talking about, oh, I saw a lot of people fucking talking about something. Oh, look at how much heat Gunther has. That night, that heat was not for Gunther. It was for Triple H. Because not only was that ending bullshit, I feel like it was a combination of things. It's not only that ending was bullshit. John Cena's entire retirement tour has been a bunch of bullshit. And like I said, if you're gonna take the criticism, if you're gonna take the good criticism, then you gotta take the bad. I don't give a fuck if it was his fault or not. When everything goes good, you want to sit in our face, Triple H, and I'm the big guy, and I'm the head guy. But when things are not received the correct way, now it's, oh, it wasn't my decision, it was his decision. Bitch, I don't care if it was or if it wasn't. Stand on it. You gotta stand on decisions, good, bad, and different. It don't matter. You don't only get to pop out and say that I'm the guy when everybody likes everything. It does not work that way. Again, I don't give a fuck if that was the case. And my thing is, y'all making it seem like just because John Cena made the decision, that it means it was right. That nigga could be wrong too, and he was. He was wrong. I don't give a shit that it was his decision. Yes, in all reality, it's his life, it's his career, it's his decision. Yes, he clearly can decide how he wants to go out. Obviously. But that doesn't mean that it was good. So I need y'all to stop with the, oh, John Cena, it was his decision. So that doesn't mean that it was fucking good. Just because you produce a movie, that don't mean your movie is good. Tyler Perry writes, produces, all of that shit, all his movies, and he is always very happy with his shit. That doesn't mean that Madea is good. Madea ain't good just because he likes it and because it's his shit. Nobody cares that it was John Cena's decision. It wasn't good TV. I'm talking about as a casual. It was not good TV, period. It wasn't good TV. And the fact that when people walked out of there, like my thing is, how quiet it was. It wasn't even, the boos didn't even start super heavy until Triple H. To me, as a casual fan, that's what to me showed that, okay, it's not just me. Because it got quiet. It literally just, it's not like when he turned heel and everybody was pissed off. It's like the air was sucked out of the room. And again, I'm standing on it's not because he lost. It's how he lost. It's how he gave up. You fucking weirdos online coming at people just because I don't know what the hell Jimmy Fly Snuka was doing in 1984 with Hulk Hogan, that my opinion is not valid? Bullshit. Because the way that the WWE has positioned themselves in the last year is specifically to the casual fan. That's how they've positioned themselves. So as a casual fan, I'm giving you what the fuck I see. I don't know nothing about behind the scenes. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I'm talking about what's put in front of my face. So this whole thing of like, oh, well, you know, they're going to use Gunther and this is another thing too. After watching the WWE for the last year and some change, I don't even think they'll do what they're supposed to do with Gunther and whatever happened with him. I don't think they will literally follow up correctly because they haven't all damn years. As a casual from what I've watched, y'all haven't taken any momentum from anything that was like of substance and made it make sense. Not at all. So what kind of hope do I have that y'all going to take what happened with Gunther and make it make sense? And like I said, I saw him talking to AJ Styles, and I know AJ Styles is allegedly supposed to retire next year. But I'm telling you right now, if Gunther goes the whole 2026 and does not lose one match, I swear I will stop watching this show. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done. That's stupid. That don't even make no damn sense. That because he's a heel, he can't lose. I'm not saying, I'm just saying those are the rumors that I'm hearing, that he's not going to lose at all next year until it's the person that they want to like pretty much put over on him. I think that's stupid. I think who he loses to first, like, I think the next person he loses to, like, the first person that is, I do think that will be important. But if y'all going down the slope of, like, let's just never, and something else, too, I want to say about him being the heel, and I don't care. I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to say it. Gunther, to me, he's not a bad wrestler. I think he's a good wrestler. His matches are enjoyable. But I want to say something. If Gunther doesn't have the accent that he has, do we take him as serious as a heel? If Gunther does not have the accent, do we still look at him as a heel the way we do now? Because a lot of what the WWE does is they lean into stereotypes. Like I talked about earlier with John Cena, they leaned into a stereotype. The same thing with Gunther. They're leaning into a stereotype because, is he Russian? I don't know if he's Russian, but that's what the accent gives as an American and a casual. It gives Russian, and Russia is always the bad guy. And if you know, the WWE and Hollywood and America always try to make Russians the bad guy. So it's not that hard to take Gunther as a bad guy simply because of his damn accent. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that is a big reason. We're not going to sit up here and act like it ain't. We're not going to sit up here and act like it ain't. So sorry. Okay. I'm trying to see if I had anything else. I was just so tired of you bitches acting weird on the internet. Like, it doesn't even make any sense to me. And, like, at the end of the day, this is what it gets down to. Triple H did a terrible job this year. And creative did a terrible job this year. The Gorilla Room, whatever the fuck they want to call it on the real. Y'all did a terrible job this year of booking Cena's tour. And the way y'all ended that, y'all deserve to be fucking smacked. And so what? We could, you know what? Let's line John Cena up too. Because everybody deserves to get smacked. And then when people try to retort to like people being like, oh, John Cena's the one who made the decision. And then people say, well, Triple H had to clear it. And they're like, well, why wouldn't he clear it? Because sometimes you got to save your friends from themselves. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you'll have somebody, you'll come to them, and it could be their own situation. And they're telling you what they want to do. Okay, cool. That's fine. You can do what you want to do. But I'm telling you right now, that sounds stupid. It could be the way that, and maybe Triple H did say to Cena, you don't want to know what? That makes zero sense to me. But at the end of the day, and maybe he just let him do it anyway. But I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that he was just like, oh, well, what do you want to do? You want to know what? It doesn't even matter what John says he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do, we're going to do it. No. And as we all, and from what I've heard, Gunther is like Triple H's little project. So that's another reason why he got him up there. Boy, point of the matter is, it was trash. I hated it. Didn't like it. We'll see. I'm very interested in seeing what the WWE does with John Cena no longer around. I'm very interested. Like, how are you guys going to maintain? How are you going to get the casual fan? Because in my opinion, I think this year has been a blockbuster year for them, due to John Cena going on his retirement tour. But I think next year, I think they will see a very, very, very deep decline because the average casual fan don't give a shit about the WWE, and it ain't nobody on there that they're gonna really care to see. Now, bring back Chris Jericho, you might have something. Bring back Edge, you might have something. But I want to say this. I think it's very interesting that for the WWE to continuously be like as profitable as they are, it seems like y'all are going down the road of like pulling legends and stuff like that from like when I was a kid or people that wrestled when I was younger just to get people interested versus you actually being able to use the people that's there in your company. I'm sorry, again, I only came in, like I said, when Cody finished his story. And I'm not blaming Cody. What the fuck have y'all done with Cody? Cody is a great wrestler when I see him. When I see him wrestle, he does amazing. Not my favorite at promos, but it's cool. He does okay. Y'all pretty much completely threw Cody to the side all year as you guys' number one champion for John Cena. Also, I'm sorry, I'm just complaining now. Fuck the John Cena. Also, and I'm standing on this, why the fuck is Cody not on Raw? It doesn't make any sense. Nobody watches SmackDown from my understanding. Why would y'all not have y'all number one freaking world champion on the biggest show that y'all have? To me, just as a casual, CM Punk is a bigger and better champion than fucking Cody Rhodes is. What the hell is Cody doing? Fix it. I'm out of here, y'all. Bye.